What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And we're going to be doing something today that I'm pretty excited about. I picked up a thing that I have been wanting to buy for a while now. As I mentioned in the last few, or I don't know which video it was. I don't know if it was the last video, the video before that, that I was doing a little shopping on Griot's website. If you don't know what Griot's is, it is well, I'm guessing most of you do if most of you have cars, which this is a car primarily channel, so I'm guessing you guys know what these are. But Griot's makes cleaning products for your car, all the way up to buffers, or I guess orbiters if you want to call it, wax, soap, literally everything, ceramic coating, stuff like that. And I did a little shopping on their website, and I went ahead and picked me up a couple of things that I've been wanting for a while, to make my cars look hopefully better. A Griot's G9 orbiter with a 6-inch plate. The G9, the 9 stands for 9mm orbiting throw. So that just means that this disc right here doesn't actually just sit in one spot and spins. It rotates around the actual head, so it doesn't just burn paint and stuff. Of course, it came with the cords. Got some creams for, or like finishing sealant, some correcting cream, stuff like that. Some finishing pads, some correcting pads, and super excited about that. And then, of course, on the end, to top it all off, we got this ceramic 3-in-1 wax, which everyone seems to love, so I'm pretty excited to actually try that out. And of course, the first butte that we're doing it to today, well, I don't even know if I'm actually going to be doing this to the red car today, but I am doing it to this car at least, is the daily. The daily's kind of like dusty right now, so it's going to be kind of hard to show you, but this paint on this car is literally fucked. Like, okay, it looks way better in the fucking camera than it does like in person, but you can see, well, but you can see like swirl marks, maybe. The wing is the worst part, like damn near all the clear coat's gone off the back of the wing. I shouldn't say gone, but faded, oxidized on the back of the wing. It's still there for sure, so I think I might be able to save that. As you can see, there's just some deep scratches. I don't even know if it's focusing or not. I literally can't see it, so bright out here. There's just deep scratches and weird shit all over the car, which is pretty unfortunate. The previous owners did not take that good of care of this car. Unfortunately, or at least the body wise, it has its dents, it has its dings, and it has its fucked ass paint. So we're going to be trying to correct one of those things today, the paint. The dings I can't really do much about until I either do body work and wrap it or put a body kit on it or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out later. But for now, I'm just trying to get this car to look more presentable than it is. And I just want to see what I can do. Like I mentioned before in the other video, I did work at a body shop and did a little bit of this on the side. So I'm not completely going in blind. I know a little bit. And I've also looked up YouTube videos and stuff and really watched. You really just got to take your time on shit like this. You can't rush through it. There's no reason. It takes a lot of time. You have to cover the entire car. You might have to do a few different coats of multiple different things, or a few different coats of a certain thing depending on how bad the paint is. In my case, the paint has some pretty deep scratches, damn near all over the car. It has its swirl marks all over the car, and it has its paint fade, or the clear coat fade on the rear wing. But that's the only bad part of the actual paint with the fade. I'm honest, I'm not expecting to be able to get absolutely everything out, because that's just not how it goes with stuff like this. Unless you have like, you're going super in with like heavy cutting cream and a heavy cutting pad and shit like that. But that's just not what I'm doing. So yeah, we're just gonna I already got my buckets and shit out there. We have to wash the car down first, and then I'll walk you through a little bit and record some of it. Not all of it, but some of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this car. Of course, first off, I need to get a power washer ASAP. But we're just using the good old 2-bucket method. hitting up with some Griot's car wash, of course. Yeah, I'm just fucking using a mint and shit. She'll be mint. Let's get her washed. Okay, as you guys can see, car is clean. Still wet. There's no reason to dry it right now because your next step, or the next thing I'm gonna be doing is moving on to a clay bar. I just have basic ass Meguiar's clay bars from like any auto parts store. You can really see scratches and shit. Okay, once it's clean. But just a basic ass Meguiar's clay bar from any auto parts store. You can use synthetic clay bars, you can use regular clay bars, it doesn't really matter. But you're just gonna wanna keep the car wet at like all times while doing this. You're just gonna wanna like spray. Some people use like soap and water in a spray bottle, which works great. Some people just use water or water and alcohol. Literally anything, just make sure it stays lubed because this is going to scratch the piss out of your paint because it's pulling up all the old like rocks and shit that you don't just wipe off. So yeah, just keep it lubed. Also, this is gonna be one of your most like satisfying parts of actually detailing your car because this won't show anything different. Like you're really not gonna see a difference just clay barring it, but you're gonna feel a difference in your paint. You run like your fingers along your paint and it feels gritty and shitty as fuck. You're gonna need a clay bar and that's gonna literally take out all of it and make it feel so smooth and so nice. So yeah, let's get it going. Okay, so after way too long of clay barring a car, if you guys have ever clay barred a car, you know that it's literally ass. It takes so long, but it's done. I dried it off. Paint feels great. There is a little bit of shit here and there, but like the paint's all fucking chipped and everything anyway. So I'm not too concerned about it. But I think it'll clean up half decent after the polish and stuff. But I went ahead and dried off the car. Of course, you want to do the, like I said, do the clay bar as the car is wet. So just dry it off after. Next, we are going to be going right to our correcting cream with our correcting pads on the orbiter. I ordered a kit, so it kind of just came with it, plus a couple extra things. So yeah, okay. So we're just gonna throw this pad on the orbiter, plug it in, and we're gonna start going. Okay, so we just moved inside of the garage. Forecast says it might possibly rain, so didn't want to take the chance. So I just moved it in the garage. So now we're just gonna get started. I hate looking at this car's paint when it's clean, honestly, because it looks so bad. But now we're gonna start. So we got the correcting pad on the orbiter. As you can see, it's all trigger activated and everything. As you can see, the throw, how it doesn't just sit in one spot. Super dope. Super excited to try it out. Like I said, we're just gonna start off with our correcting cream on the correcting pad and we'll see how it goes. Just use however much you think is necessary. Honestly, I've heard so many different things, but just kind of put some on there, dot it out on the spots you want to work on, and then just start going ham. Okay, so as you saw in the time lapse, I started off with using a correcting cream just to start the whole buffing process. And then I moved on to, well, you only saw that part of it, but I haven't recorded yet because I moved on to the complete polish to remove oxidized look of clear coat and to remove minor imperfections like swirls and other shit. So unfortunately, this paint, like I said, is really fucked. So like there's some really deep scratches that I just am not going to be able to get out unless of a wet sanding or possibly a more abrasive pad like I mentioned earlier. But that is fine. It's starting to look super shiny compared to what it was. Super smooth paint. It looks a lot better overall, which is what I expected. Of course, I still plan on wrapping this / repainting it eventually. anyway. So I just wanted it to look better than it did. And so far, I think it's doing that perfectly. It is definitely removing a lot of the scratches, just not all of them, unfortunately. Pretty bad overall, but it looks great now for the most part, of course, besides the scratches. But I'll just go ahead and show you guys what I'm working with. As you guys can see, it's gonna be like kind of hard to notice like on camera, like a immediate difference or anything. But this whole, the whole back and all down the sides of the car are completely polished with the complete polish actually. I gotta still do the finishing sealant and everything, but it looks so much better. It's kind of crazy. You know, it just reflects like a mirror. Oh, that's all dust and shit. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. But yeah. The paint feels insane, honestly. It's so smooth. It cleaned up the side skirts a lot. I honestly can't wait for it to be sunny so I can really see this thing out in the day. Really see how it's gonna shine. But this side, I haven't. It also like still looks really, really good, but I haven't used the complete on it yet. This is just the starting stuff that I use, correcting cream. But yeah, so we're gonna move on. I'm gonna finish doing this with this side of the car, and then I'll probably just move on to the finishing and not show you guys until I move on to the ceramic coating, and that basically be it. So I'm just gonna bust it out. It's starting to get dark and it's starting to get a little late. I've been working at this damn near all day. Detailing is really kind of like a tedious job. It kind of does take a while, using different compounds, going over the whole entire car multiple times, like 4 or 5 different times with different stuff. It takes a while, man. It does. It takes a while to really get her done, but we made it there. I applied the 3-in-1. I kind of did forget to show you guys that, but nonetheless, we'll just go ahead and show you. So as you guys can see, the car is a lot shinier than we started off. Clearly we started off with this car a little dirty, so it's gonna be a lot cleaner no matter what. But I can tell you, of course, from personal experiences, since this is my car, that this thing is a lot cleaner than it usually comes out just by a simple little wash, of course. I mean, it fucking should, since I spent that much time doing all of it, but man, does it really look good. There's still, of course, some scratches here and there that are just super deep that I'm not gonna be able to do anything about, but that's just what it is. Okay, so I can't find my tripod, which I was trying to look for, but that doesn't really matter. It's been a couple days since the last clip of this video. It's sunny as hell, but it's so cold out here. It's like 30 or 40, or it's like, I think 40 degrees. It's cold, but we got it out in the daylight. It's been kind of cloudy the last few days, so not really any good times to show you, so I waited until now. It is super sunny, as you can see, so I backed it out. It looks so good. It's honestly kind of crazy how much it brought back the purple shine, or just the whole red flake and purpleness of the entire paint. Like I said, there's still scratches and still imperfections, but that's just what happens when you don't do like super intensive of a job. But it looks honestly so much better than it did. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. I really hope the camera can pick up. It's so hard to tell. I think the camera can see it though. Just all the super like red and purpleness of this paint. You won't be able to see this side too much clearly, but As you can see, there's like still this big ass scratch that I knew that wasn't gonna come out, but that's okay. But geez, man. It cleaned up that side skirt so well, brought all the shine back to the paint, brought the shine back to the mirror caps too. Just look how like purple that shit is. It's crazy. And one other thing, Jack's buddy, it's also kind of one of my buddies. I've become friends with him over time, but one of Jack's friends recently got his license, and he drives a red NA Miata, which I'm sure eventually you'll probably see on the channel more. I helped him do his coilovers on this car. He wants to do a few more things to it. It needs to go more low in the back and stuff, but just keep an eye out. Eventually that'll be on the channel, I'm sure, whether it's in like a meet or something, but just a little NA. It's pretty dope. And just like that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something. If you wanted to know how to detail your paint, just like a very minimal detail. I didn't go too crazy with it because I know I'm just going to be changing the color eventually, like I mentioned before. But yeah, if you guys liked it, please let me know by leaving a like or a comment down below, or subscribe. I mean, that would be dope. We're pushing 200. I'm not sure when this video is going to be out, so it might actually be out by the time we hit 200, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.